All right, hey guys, my name's Corey, one of the co-founders here at ContentFold.com. And I wanted to kind of jump on here and give you guys an idea of where we are with the platform and how things are working and some of the things that maybe aren't working great. So we are very early stage deployment right now. We have beta users active on the platform using it, different kind of content creators in different industries and niches. And we're very quickly finding out the things that work really well and the things that maybe don't work really well. So I figured I'd hop on here and share with you what we're doing, what is working, what's not. So one of the niches that I am in, or one of the industries that I am in, is an e-commerce industry. We do a lot of product type videos, mostly YouTube shorts, 30, 40 seconds long, and they're very product focused, so very factual based. Not a lot of creativity going on in there. It's just a video about the product. This one kind of surprised us out of the gate. We were not sure that a 30-second short was going to be enough to make other content out of. I mean, we had to turn a 30-second product short into a blog post, a Facebook post, Pinterest pins, things like that. We didn't think this was going to perform. We wanted to test it anyway and to see how that was going to work out, with the full expectation that it was going to not be good. For lack of a better way to say it, we did not think this was going to be good. It ended up being one of the best performing kinds of content. And it wasn't because it was the short so much, it was because of the type of content, meaning it was very topical. Every video was on a very focused topic. It was very factual based, and that kind of content works really well. Podcasts, when you're having a podcast and it's a focused podcast about one topic, those kind of videos perform really well, short form or long form, doesn't matter. One of the things we found that doesn't perform well, that I was actually, one of the reasons ContentFold was even made was because I'm a content creator myself. So are one of the other founders. And the niche that I create content in is, well, you can probably tell behind me here, I'm in an eBay reselling shop. It's kind of a messy niche to be in. We talk about products that sold, we talk about where we found products, we talk about what our sales look like over the week, some of the problems with eBay or reselling, and the topics are a little bit all over the place. It's a little bit of an ADHD video every single time we do a video. It might be on 10 topics in one video. And that's kind of why ContentFold was born, was to help me grow those channels. And one of the channels that we do in that niche is just called Grams and Pops Vintage. And we felt our videos were pretty focused, but when you actually break them down and analyze them for something like ContentFold, where you're building other types of content from those videos, we quickly realized it's not. It's not focused content. It's very all over the place. And ContentFold kind of breaks down in that environment. It didn't do what we hoped it would do. It didn't do what I hoped it would do. It does create blog posts. It does create Facebook posts and Pinterest pins, and it does all that. It completes the job. But the blog posts, they weren't living up to my expectation. We're very proud of our brand over there. We're a very transparent and authentic brand over there. Our personalities, my wife and I, our personalities are kind of they kind of are the brand over there. So we're very careful about what we put out in that space. It has to sound like us. Like it absolutely has to sound like us, and it can't fabricate things. And when you have 10 topics in one video, ContentFold just wasn't holding up to our expectations. So while for my e-commerce store and our short form videos that we were doing on another brand, it was outperforming our expectations by miles. And for a travel blog, it's doing very, very well. And for a few other people, it's doing very, very well that have more focused content. For our reselling content that was completely unfocused content, it was falling far short of our expectations. Now, that being said, that gave us a very good idea of where it performed and where it didn't. Now the development team here at ContentFold is heavily focused on figuring out how to not only adjust our expectations for the type of content we're putting out, but how to make ContentFold make sense of that content. And we've made leaps and bounds in that area. The content is getting better every day, and part of that is our personality and voice tracking system within ContentFold. As you put more content through, it learns you, the creator, and it does a very good job of growing that knowledge over time. Every video you put through updates your voice profile. And the more content you put through, the more your blog posts and your pins and your Facebook posts and things start sounding more like you wrote them. So that's helping, but we're going to have to give it some extra help. And that's what we're doing behind the scenes right now. We're working very hard, and we're looking for creators who have content that is not focused. Maybe it's a fishing channel where they're just sitting on the shore fishing, they got a pole in the water, and they're telling stories about their youth. You know, the content, the topics are everywhere. They're not focused. That's the kind of content we're struggling with right now, but it's the kind of content we have the development team focused on right now. And while we improve the other content as well, and we improve the quality of the content every week, it's getting better. That scattered content and making sense of that, and for lack of a better term, kind of un-ADHD-ing that content, we're making some big leaps in that area. So we're very hopeful that by this time next month, it's going to do very, very well with that content as well. So for example, we could look at the dashboard here on ContentFold. And for one of my accounts, my e-commerce store account, we've been running content through it just for a short 8 days. We've been doing this for 8 days on this account. We've put a lot of content through. This account puts through 2 videos a day, but we're actually producing 6 videos a day on YouTube. So it's got a pretty big backlog of content that it'll just keep making more content for the foreseeable future, because we do release about 6 shorts a day on this channel. And in the 8 days we've been doing this, we've actually gotten about 19 clicks on our brand new ContentFold blog for that brand. Clicks that go to the video. We've gotten clicks that go to our products on our actual e-commerce store, about 4 of those so far. Again, we've gained 8 subscribers to our YouTube channel, and we've gotten about 9,000 views in those 8 days since joining and connecting this channel to ContentFold. Now, obviously, the views are hard to attribute to ContentFold specifically, but because we are now branching out to Facebook and Pinterest and a blog, they are compounding our efforts, and it is growing the channel. So this channel has been doing very, very good with it. We're very proud of it. Now, another channel I can kind of show you, the Grams and Pops Vintage channel. This channel is not doing as well because we're creating the content. I'm continually creating the blog posts on here, and I'm running them through ContentFold. But if the blog post doesn't live up to my expectations, because this brand is very important to us and it's tied to us specifically, we don't actually publish these out to the blog. I also have a WordPress blog for this website and not for the other site. So this is publishing to our own personal blog. We're pretty protective about it over there. So this one, we want to keep running the content because we want it to keep running and learning our voice profile. And the development team is making the content better with this every single week. We're working on that piece of it. So I keep running content. Every once in a while we find a piece that we're happy with, that we're like, yeah, we just had to tweak this one thing, we could put it out. We use the content. But for the most part, right now we're using this as a test case. It's part of the beta team. And we are going, if we can make the content acceptable for somebody like me that's picky about their content with this type of content that's all over the place, I think ContentFold is going to be an absolutely amazing piece of software. And I think it is already for other brands, including one of my other brands. For this brand, this is where we're failing. But we wanted to hop on here. We're trying to be completely transparent. We want to let you guys know what's working and what's not working. That's kind of the current state of ContentFold.com right now. If you're doing a type of content where you do a video on a topic and you deep dive into that topic, ContentFold is absolutely crushing it right now. If you're more scattered with your content, you just get on and kind of free flow and talk about whatever, it is struggling a little bit. But I don't want to discourage you, if you're that type of content creator, from coming over and jumping on to ContentFold.com. I would actually encourage you to come do it, because that type of content right now is where we're failing. And hopping on, you could be early in if we can get that figured out, and I'm confident we will. We have an amazing development team behind us. We will get that figured out. You could be very early on this, and those type of channels aren't doing this type of stuff. It's very hard to repurpose that kind of content, but we are going to crack the code on that. So anybody that wants to come over and join ContentFold.com, we are in beta phase right now. There should be a sign up on the front page where you can apply to be a beta member in ContentFold, and we invite you over. Any kind of content, doesn't matter. Just know that we are in beta phase. Some content is working amazing on, some it's not, but we're working on it actively, and we hope to see you all over there. So until next time, we'll see you guys.